Hello, family and friends. After Christmas this past year, I turned some cards I received into Notepads that I'll use as gifts next year. The tutorial for these is from the Posh Paper Lady. There's a link in the description box. This is how I made it using her excellent instructions. Really, you should watch her and subscribe to her channel. I'm using a thin cardboard that I got in some packaging. This is my Christmas card. Measures 5 by 7. The next part of this video is a lot of gluing, which made me think, is there a scripture that talks about gluing? And I found one. It's Proverbs 17:24 in the New Living Translation. And it says, sensible people keep their eyes glued on wisdom, but a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. I want to keep my eyes glued on wisdom. And then I got to thinking about the glue and what it does, and the word stick-to-itiveness came to me. So I looked it up in several dictionaries, and I got dogged perseverance, tenacity, the ability and determination to continue doing something despite difficulties, determination and persistence, especially in spite of difficulties, and perseverance. There are quite a few scriptures that have to do with dogged perseverance. Ephesians 6:18 is part of putting on the armor that a lot of people just stop and don't include. It says to pray at all times, on every occasion, in every season, in the Spirit, with all manner of prayer and entreaty. To that end, keep alert and watch with strong purpose and perseverance, interceding in behalf of all the saints, God's consecrated people. We need perseverance right now. With everything that's going on in our world, we need perseverance to pray and to stick with it and not give up or lose hope. The last part of Luke 18 verse 8 says, when the Son of Man comes, will he find persistence in faith on the earth? My answer is, yes, Lord. If I'm here when you come, you will find me standing in faith. Hebrews 12:1 says, therefore then, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses who have borne testimony to the truth, let us strip off and throw aside every encumbrance or unnecessary weight, and that sin which so readily deftly and cleverly clings to us and entangles us, and let us run with patient endurance and steady and active persistence the appointed course of the race that is set before us. Are there any scriptures that talk about stick with it, stick to it? Yes. Genesis 28, verses 13 through 15 in the Message Bible. Then God was right before him, saying, I am God, the God of Abraham your father, and the God of Isaac. I'm giving the ground on which you are sleeping to you and your descendants. Your descendants will be as the dust of the earth. They'll stretch from west to east and from north to south. All the families of the earth will bless themselves in you and your descendants. Yes, I'll stay with you. I'll protect you wherever you go, and I'll bring you back to this very ground. I'll stick with you until I've done everything I've promised you. Then there's also Psalms 16, verses 7 and 8. The wise counsel God gives when I'm awake is affirmed by my sleeping heart. Day and night, I'll stick with God. I've got a good thing going, and I'm not going to let go. Psalms 145:20. God sticks by all who love him, but it's over for those who don't. Lamentations 3:22 through 24. God's loyal love couldn't have run out. His merciful love couldn't have dried up. They're created new every morning. How great your faithfulness. I'm sticking with God. I say it over and over. He's all I've got left. Micah 7:7. But me, I'm not giving up. I'm sticking around to see what God will do. I'm waiting for God to make things right. I'm counting on God to listen to me. And then we'll end it with Ecclesiastes 7, verse 8. Endings are better than beginnings. Sticking to it is better than standing out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.